Can y'all hear it? Is it working?
Yeah, don't call it a comeback, and I never left. I wouldn't hold your breath either. So follow procedure and meet death in the flesh when you see it. Better hide your kids, no hands on. I'm killing every beat I get my hands on. Hiding behind, and said, see, this is where the bar work gets crazy that people didn't catch. It said, you hiding behind bars.
Yo, break it down though. Break it down.
Yeah, so it goes, you hiding behind bars, getting the tiny hand job. I'm tip drilling, your girl gotta working her ass off. Now let me break down that line, right? This is around the time that T.I. goes to jail for the gun thing, right? So he gets caught with the gun. And in the news, they say he gets caught getting a hand job from Tiny, his wife. So I said, you hiding behind bars, getting the tiny hand job. And then I said, I'm tip. So I said, I'm tip drilling your girl. So tip drill from Nelly, which was but also tip like T.I. I'm tip drilling your girl, gotta work her ass off.
Right.
And then so there's people, they glance right over the punchline, but there's a beautiful little intricate, words put together. And so that whole track, there's bars on it. I said, wait, what the fuck is this? The second verse is like fucking nuts. It's like I can't remember. It's something about I walked in with a giant pet of elephant balls. You would think I'm smuggling 2 medicine balls. You try me for Gavi, I leave your head on the cross like oopsie daisy. Look what y'all made me do. Crowd screaming out, dude is crazy. I'm a leader, keep your heater, either agree or get ethered. I'm eager to meet a hater who act like he got amnesia. Top 10 shit, I penned it. There's so many dope bars on that.
So
shit.
like an example, you drop ethered, right? Which means fucking the Jay-Z diss fucking coming at you with your career, but also follow that up with amnesia, a side of effect of the fucking ether.
It's the wordplay of either. It's either agree or get ethered.
But yo, the ether
So
also
I was in a space where it was like, if you don't fucking think I'm top 10 right now, fuck you, I'm gonna roast you.
yo,
Like
that's
that's where I
fire.
was mentally. You know what I mean? So I said, I'm a leader.
It's fucking cool,
Keep
dude.
your heater. See, because I've always made songs where I say, I don't need a gun. I don't want a gun. And I'm not against people rapping about guns. Like I'm not that dude. I don't have problems with it. I listen to all kinds of that shit. But for me, it was like, I'm a leader. Keep your heater. Either agree or get ethered. You know what I mean? Like, and then the top 10 shit, I penned it. If I said it, I meant it. In the trenches while y'all sitting on pine benches. This year I'm trying to do numbers like the census. There's all kinds of like little. I was bragging, but I was saying these are my goals. Like this is what I came here to do right now. Like I'm here to do numbers like the census, man. I really was. It was in a zone where I was feeling myself, and I needed to make it known. And I did it. I was able to do a video for that. So that became like my first video. And I was fucking super, super fucking happy with it. But at the end of the day, when we shot that video in Underworld nightclub when it was like closed, like the owner from doing so many shows there was like, yo, I'll rent it out to you for $30. Like, we'll give you the lights and everything. It was like, cool. Just me, Justin, and Gustin in the stage, and then did some shots around the city, but fucked around. But and at Studio DRX where I used to record downtown.
No
and,
shit.
Across the Bell Center. Yeah, that was my spot. I recorded a lot of.
That was my first ever spot, for real. I worked with Aaron, the other guy.
Yo, Ayo, man, Ayo is my guy. Like, dude, the reminder, that song that I sent you in the Vulture, with that line, the money talks, but you still don't say shit. Ayo mixed that. Like, Ayo mixed a lot of that. Ready, Ayo mixed. Like that was my engineer.
So I actually got that hookup because of Maya Clarity. So I ended up doing a track with. So he ended up doing this song, "Meet Me in the Park." Again, another NDG legend. Let's be real.
I know that song.
And so I'm actually in the music video of that song. You see me wearing a Korn T-shirt, looking kind of awkward and goofy. But he also asked. yo, there are 5 people. I need 5 people to come to the studio. So this time I was a little smarter, and I asked my boss, "Can I take the afternoon off? I got to go do this thing." And so I did that, and I ended up in DRX, and it was like the first time I'd ever been in a studio. And that place is fucking nice. Like we're talking like doors and doors and doors and like a whole fucking layout. Like it was like real fucking professional sounding and looking and shit. And basically, I just went in and we were just stood around 5 guys around a mic and hey, ho, hey. So I'm one of the 5 guys on the hey ho of Meet Me in the Park of the Meyer Clarity. Because I remember being there. The Buds was there. Bookworm, this dude was there, and it was like a couple others. I don't remember exactly who the other 2 were, but anyway, we were all there. I just remember, but like they directed, it was like fucking a real setup. Anyway, so then I was able to book my own sessions at DRX because of that, and I did about 5 tracks before I met my dude Matt, and then me and my dude Matt like linked up, and Matt, I'm gonna be real, the rate was much better, and I was like, I don't know if I can afford that place. And then yeah, Matt's my dude
Yeah,
too.
it was expensive, man. Yo, I was going there and taking 3 hours a week. So I would go on like Thursdays or Fridays and just block out 3 hours. And sometimes I didn't have anything planned. I would just go in and throw on a beat and just run with it. Like,
Mm.
but yo, honestly, man, the great part about working at DRX was that building. You see,
Mm.
that building is part of Montreal hip hop history. Because let me tell you something. I walk into that building on any given day. You never knew if an artist was in town from out of town, like Onyx. When Onyx come to Montreal, they used to go to that building to Red
Yo,
Rhino.
Aaron told me a story about Onyx coming through. Honestly,
Yeah,
so for no, Onyx came through one time. Okay, I was in the session right before. Okay, and I just chose not to be that guy, and I left. And I know that if I had stuck around, they would have come through. And he was like, "Yeah, they're just regular. They come through, they eat chicken nuggets, and they get real
yeah,
stoned, and they do their
they're
shit."
mad cool, man. Yo, Perry made my 30th birthday the craziest birthday ever. 2011, he did a show called Icons Fest at Belmont.
Mm,
So he invited the Alcoholics, the Beatnuts, and Onyx.
it's
And
crazy.
that night, Perry called me. He's like, "Yo, I know you're not on the bill, and I know it's your birthday, but yo, come through. I got tickets for you." So I'm like, "Cool." I'm right about to leave. He's like, "Yo, bring a USB with your beats." But I was already like, I was about to leave, but I was like about to leave Laval. Like I was already gone from home. He's like, "Bring a USB." I'm like, "For what?" He's like, "You're opening." I was like, "What? The fuck?" He's like, "Yo, Beatnuts, Onyx, the Licks." Like, yo, I'm excited because I was a huge Tash fan from the Alcoholics. So I get there. I didn't end up opening, but I kicked it all night with them. And then after the show, Perry's like, "Yo," because Perry lived in Laval, so he was like, "I'll drop you off." I don't drive, right? So that was always my problem. I would go to shows, I didn't have a ride home, even up until
Mm.
like as I didn't drive. So now I have a license, I drive. It's different. I fixed my shit up, but that was a problem too, because I had to always get back to Laval. It was tricky. Um, so we do this Icons Fest and the show's over. And at the end of the night, I'm outside waiting for Perry to leave. And Tash from the Alcoholics is there. And he's like, "Oh, you're Rico, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yo, I go by Rico," because he used to always make songs and call himself Rico. And I was like, "Oh, shit." So we started bonding on that. So I'm in the truck driving around for about 2 hours with Juju from the Beatnuts, Tash from the Alcoholics, and Snack the Ripper, who's arguably one of the best rappers in Canada.
Very much so.
Um, and at the time, I didn't really know him, but that fucking night was just stories that I can't repeat of all kinds of crazy shit the Licks and the Beatnuts did, man. It's like Juju from the Beatnuts told me crazy shit. Like I was like, yo, they swore me to never like so I don't ever share those stories,
Nah, I'm
but
not even gonna push,
the
man.
moment the moment was insane. So all this to say finally like I'm back working with the franchise with Rough Sound and Coma Karma on looking at what the next shit's gonna be. And so with Rough Sound, I've got 2 things that I've been beating up. It's like, in the span of a year and a half, I had the It's All Good remix. So the It's All Good remix has a verse from SRH, Cease Rock, Narcy, and was gonna have Boy Blue and Lil Pesci. I didn't get everything done. I have a few of the verses though. God bless Narcy because he blessed me with that verse and he didn't have to. Like that dude is next level. Like it's one of the dudes I respect the most in this city. Like Narcy is the most underrated Well, he's not, because if you know who he is, you fucking know his level, right? But I'm saying, like, he doesn't get the shine in Montreal like he does worldwide. But he hung with Dave Chappelle. He just did Talib Kweli's podcast. Like, Narcy's a fucking legend, and he
That's
blessed
huge.
me with
Wait,
endorsement.
just now? That's huge.
Yeah,
Bro,
Narcy was on the
Montreal's
Talib
making
on the
moves.
People's Buddy. But Narcy been making moves. Narcy's song plays in Fast and Furious 7 in the Dubai scene. He starred in a movie in Dubai called City of Life. Like,
Tell
yo,
him.
that's when I say things like Montreal's on the map and people get me twisted. I'm like, but dog, people from Montreal have been making big moves from time, but Montreal media doesn't focus on that shit. Like, and it's no hate to them. They focus on what they need in that moment. They don't see it's gonna attract viewers. I don't fault them for it. Like, I don't have issues with the Montreal media per se, because you know what? Until I'm in a position where I'm not getting my shit played, who am I to judge? I can't be a hypocrite. I can't criticize them. And if I send them some shit and they'll play it, then who am I criticizing? Like, it makes me a hypocrite. There's a lot of people. Here's the problem with Montreal media, and this ties into even where the story is. The blogs, the people respect me because I submitted music to them. A lot of rappers put out music and think Montreal media's job is to go find it. Like,
Who?
DMS, like, even if DMS charges, do you really think it's DMS's job to go figure out who just put out a new album? Like, no, they have people have PR teams, or they push it themselves. I was sending emails every morning, like 50 emails to every blog, anybody I could find on the internet that posted hip hop music. And it worked for me because by the time I was getting good at it, I was on, there was a thing called the New Music Cartel.
Okay.
So this is the peak of the blog era. The New Music Cartel was not right. Two Dope Boys, you heard that new shit. On Smash, uh, Sermon's Domain, and Buck Marley. So each of them represented different regions. Working with Buck Marley got me working with an artist named Ricky Jacobs from Baltimore. We did a super dope fucking joint called Montreal. Um,
Yo, I like that you put
then
Montreal in that. That's respect.
yeah, it was his idea. That's what I love so much. Like, he showed so much love. He's like, yo, we're gonna do a song, and I'm from Baltimore, and you're from Montreal. We're gonna call it Baltrial, guy. And I was like, I'm down. Let's fucking do it. Guy.